And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Krista Inochovsky, and I am the host of the JVology Partner Spotlight Show. And a couple times today and later on this week, I am brought in multiple of our very important partners who are going to be attending JVology Live coming up on April 21st to 23rd and give everyone out there a chance to get to meet some of the incredible people who come to our events. So a quick round. Let's start with Dr. Sherry. Say hello and something about what you do, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Sherry. I am a integrative wellness coach, and I help women restore balance in their bodies energetically with the food they eat, the thoughts they think, and the beliefs that they hold. I also specialize in helping women with the psychological and spiritual aspects of their healing journey when they've been diagnosed with a chronic illness or an autoimmune deficiency.
Right, and very important work.
Krista, I'm assuming this is a little more of a gab fest.
Yeah. We're just kind of getting a highlight so people get to know who you are and the line of work that you do. And that's very interesting and important stuff that you have going on there for sure. Yes. So thanks, Mark Stern. So Mark's been hanging out at JVology Lives for a little bit now and as a big contributor with the work that you do. So share with us, Mark.
I think this is going to be my fifth one, which is nuts, Krista. I'm Mark Stern. I live in Austin, Texas. I run the Custom Box Agency. So we work with clients to do fully branded box experiences. And a lot of our stances, it's not about putting swag in a box. It's being very intentional with experience design. So we get into the strategy behind boxes, how that physical and digital can come together to really activate, engage, and introduce new means to monetize your business.
Wow. Yeah, and this has been such a fun journey. When Jay and I met you, Mark, a little over a year ago at a really great event in New Orleans, the box agency was still somewhat new, and to see how you've evolved it in all of the different ways you're incorporating technology, marketing, branding, customer experience, all of these things over the last year has been really, really fascinating. And honestly, like the timing couldn't have been better with everyone going to a virtual world, and you were like, you were ahead of the curve. You already had the box going before we even all were forced into this virtual space.
You know, it's funny because it's like, talk about an accidental business. Like when I left corporate America, if you had told me I was going to be in the business of boxes, I would have said you lost your mind. But it's been such a blessing just to see box as an enabler to business strategy. So it's been such a fun journey. So thank you, Krista.
Yeah, for sure. And before we jump over to Lisa, you got to show off that JVology box one more time.
Ooh,
so cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, this one's a cool one. I love this one. So I love the shape of it too, but yes.
And we customize on the side of the box there. Those are real pictures of our clients at our events, real hugs. And we wanted to put our people on the box and just, make it a more personal experience.
Yeah.
So awesome. All right. Michael has joined us. I'm going to pop him in. And hey, Michael, how's it going? We're just doing a little intros.
Hi, Michael.
Lisa is up next. Lisa, share with us a bit. Oh, look, Marilyn has her box too.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I want a box.
That's awesome. I do too.
I have a lot of
ideas for boxes.
All right, Lisa, welcome. You're new to JVology, so and you're just like jumping right in. I'm like, hey, you want to join us? She's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but okay.
Yeah, I'm a newbie. This is my first time, but thank you so much, everybody, for the warm welcome. And so interesting hearing everybody, Dr. Sherry and Mark, like, I'm already like, okay, we need to talk. But my story is I'm basically a PR agency lifer. I've owned an agency for most of my professional life, and it's evolved into morphed into very different offerings because of digital. I was a very early adopter of social and SEO into the PR strategy. So that's my main differentiating factor with my agency. I wrote a book called Social PR Secrets. It's in its 4th edition with the foreword by Guy Kawasaki. I decided last year I'm never writing another edition to the book. So I took the book and took it into a real-time podcast. So I have the podcast version now called Social PR Secrets. And I'm just launching a course, so a do-it-yourself version of PR, because one thing I've learned over the years is PR is somewhat mysterious to people and somewhat, it can be a thankless type of venture. Some people don't like the results, or they're not have not the right expectations. So Modern PR Secrets is a course that you can take as a business owner, you can take as a PR professional, a digital marketer, SEO, social media professional. It's a way that you can learn how to do it yourself, but you can also learn how to know how to hire an agency and be more educated so that you can get the best value out of an agency. So we have the DIY side and the done for you side at my agency.
Sorry, I muted myself. Awesome. Well, I see Michael's over there. He's like taking frivolous, like furious notes. Like you two definitely are going to talk. I can guarantee that. And Michael, we'll get to you in just 1 second. I'm going to let Marilyn go and introduce herself. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. This whole PR is such an important piece for many, many of our people who are wanting to get their message out. So we're really happy to have you with us. And Marilyn, come on and.
Hi, Marilyn McLeod. And long story short, I have a lot of experience doing a lot of different things with high-level people, and I've been trying to whittle that down into what do I really want to do and offer. And I'm coaching myself the way I coach my clients. So what will make me happy every day, right? And so my goal is to have my offer ready by June for JVology Live, and that's my plan. And Mark, I really want to talk to you, because I want to incorporate what you do into what I offer. I think it's so classy. So that's my story.
Oh, that's great. And as Marilyn mentioned, there's the JVology Live in June, as well as the one that's coming up here in April. And the neat thing, we actually are doing 5 of these 3-day live events all online this year, which is more than we've done before. But we just realized that we love having brand new people come in. So, Lisa, you're in for a big thrill, a big overwhelm, and a lot of fun. And, people like Mark, you just keep coming back and coming back, because that's where the people are. Not to mention, Jay has incredible training, and the training grows with you as you grow. So, I love that Marilyn already has goals for herself for how she's going to show up in the June event, and you can still come in April. And just go, okay, I'm still working through some things, but you periodically, have these set points of how you're going to do your business.
So I have to be ready for April. Oh my gosh, what are the dates?
No pressure. I've never had 7 people on before, but I'm going to see what it turns into when Vince joins us. And all right, thanks. Victoria's in the back running the show as my producer. Appreciate you, Victoria. And Michael D. Butler is up. We would love to hear what's going on. You are a jet-setting man for sure. Every time I see you on Facebook, you're on a plane and you're like, pandemic has nothing to do with me. I'm a little bit the same way, but I appreciate your tenacity.
Well, thanks, Krista. I appreciate you. I mean, we met at the Marketers Cruise event the day before the Marketers Cruise. And, the beautiful thing, I had kind of done bits and pieces of JVing with people, but I didn't really get it. It's kind of like doing your own electrical or plumbing. You can have parts laying out all over the floor, but I'm going to blow my house up. So it's not something that, you and Jay have really created a process. So it's kind of like book publishing. We've published 350 books in the last 3 years, authors in 30 countries. In fact, I'm flying to Pakistan this afternoon to be there for 2 weeks, where we have a printing press and we distribute all over India and Pakistan. But it's just fun supporting my authors. It's just fun. Our team has done $50 million in revenue on books that we've sold, 300 books being ghostwritten over the last 30 years. And so we've got a pretty unique space. I definitely want to meet with Lisa. I think we can collaborate. Mark, our mutual friend Steve is connecting us. We're both in Texas. We've got to get together because your boxes, we can just blow that up with Beyond Publishing. Some Beyond Publishing boxes. We need some swag boxes going to all of our new authors, you know, just to show up on their doorstep. I think that'll wow them and blow their mind. But, you know, Krista, to answer your question, how has JVology helped me? I didn't know what I didn't know. I mean, I knew how to run a traditional business. I knew how to start companies, sell companies, scale companies. But I didn't see that lost leader of, oh my gosh, this is a 7-figure lost leader of partnering with JV partners upstream, downstream. I thought we were talking about trout fishing here. I didn't realize that we can do this side stream stuff in business, and it's been so much fun. And so Steve's got me hooked up on a webinar that we're launching to teach people how to write a book in 60 days. And so we're launching that in June. And so many JV partners I found where we've been able to do email swaps and promote each other's events. It's just a blast. So I felt a little overwhelmed the first time I went through, as I think you saw, you know, and but fear not, guys, fear not. It's like training for a marathon. You want to do it with a running group. You don't want to do it on your own. And that's been the win-win with everybody I've met with. I want to meet with Dr. Sherry. I've met with Marilyn, and it's just so great to see everybody here. Our new folks. Can't see everybody because of the logo. But Krista, I'm going to kick it back to you, and I'm so excited to be a part.
Yay, thank you, Michael. I really love that analogy of you're training for a marathon, do it in a group. Yeah. And that's a big part of this. I really see JVology as equal parts training, and I believe that JFacet is the best in this industry for actually teaching and training how to, what joint ventures are, how to implement them in a step-by-step. And we're equal parts community. Like we're better to hang out with. If you want to do joint ventures, then in a whole group of people who also want to do joint ventures and know what they are and have the same background in training. And so, yes, do it in a group because it's a lot more fun. And a lot of us, like, raise your hand if you'd consider yourself a solopreneur or really small business. Yeah, and so can be a very, very lonely space. It can be very isolating. It can be very like you against the world trying to find a client. Yeah. And as much as a lot of us get into this, world of thought leadership, transformation, coaching, consulting, those sort of genres, it's because we love people and we want to make a difference. And yet doing the business yourself can be really isolating until you have those, the moments with your clients. And so being a part of the community that JVology is, I've just seen so many people love their business that much more because we have great people, right? Who can attest to that?
Definitely.
Sherry smiling. Awesome. All right. So Vince, please take a moment to introduce yourself and tell our audience what you're up to and what brought you to JVology.
Yeah, so thanks. My name is Vince Roundtree, and I am a weight loss coach. Woo-hoo. Yes, who is looking for a weight loss coach? Yeah, that is what I am. I actually help people to lose weight while eating more food. You're never hungry, and that happens even if you don't exercise. I have helped literally hundreds of people lose weight, and they're never hungry. And they're eating more food, and that happens even if you don't exercise. Now, I want you to exercise. I am a board-certified health coach, and I do want you to exercise, but you don't need it for weight loss. The food is much, much more important. I came to JVology because I have run weight loss challenges, and I have one-on-one health coaching. I've got a group coaching program, and I have had affiliates that sold my weight loss challenge, which then leads to one of my group coaching programs. And I just kind of did it on a hodgepodge kind of way. Just talk to some people that are in sales and marketing and have audiences and said, hey, I've got a product that converts. I've got happy customers and people who actually do it. They get the result that they want. And so I think if you've got an audience that want to lose weight And oh, by the way, at the same time, if you've got high blood pressure, that goes down. If you've got type 2 diabetes, that actually gets more in control. If you've got high cholesterol, that goes down as well. All of that comes all in one. And so when people have said, yeah, I'll affiliate for that, I saw myself, growing my sales, and at the same time, they got a commission, and at the same time, their clients were happy because I provide good results for them. So I joined JVology because I wanted to have a more systemic approach at looking for affiliates, and that's why I'm here. When you're on,
sorry, I keep muting myself because, of course, the lawnmower people are outside and it's loudest places out there. Yeah, I love that, Vince. You have one of those businesses that it makes it quite easy for a lot of us to join venture because you're dealing with people's health, and we could be in marketing and PR and publishing and speaking. You have all these different genres. We're all dealing with people, and without your health and that energy, then all of this is for nothing. So you're in a really great position to help to JV with people as long as they have an interest with it. Like, oh, this could be a conversation that people really, really want. Something we have to stay on top of. Great. Well, I'll introduce Steve in just a second, but all of you panelists that are on, if you can, jump over onto Facebook there, share this, and if you're able to comment, do that as well. And would love to get people who also you would love to join venture with, that they don't know what that is. This is a great way for them to start getting an idea and go, hey, well, come learn with us how to do joint ventures, what affiliate marketing is, what relationship marketing is, and let's learn together, because that's how you can then potentially become partners with someone that you have on your mind or on your radar that you think would be good for you. All right, Steve Warner is here to say hello. Were you looking for the camera? You're like, am I camera A, camera B? You're muted. Get that podcast microphone up and working.
I'm good. I was trying to share it out, and then you called on me. Gotta jump over to this tab, right? How many tabs does everyone have open on their computer? I have like 100. 130. You beat me.
and 4 browsers.
Mark's a minimalist. Lisa's got a ton.
I work in multiple browsers and multiple tabs, always.
Nice.
I lead a tab-free lifestyle.
I don't understand that.
You also delete out all of your email as soon as they come in. Are you one of those people?
I'm not. My email inbox is a mess, but I do lead a tab-free lifestyle.
I like that. Thanks for sharing that tip.
Nice.
All right, Steve, you have come into JVology with a bang, and you're like, I'm here, let's play, and have really shown up in a big way. So share with us briefly what it is that you're up to.
Sure. So I came into JVology because I was looking for a way to partner with people. I love networking. I love working with people and like finding the great people to work with and then building that. It is a much more quality versus quantity way. I came in, I think my first JVology was like November or December of last year. I don't remember even the month. But I ended up booking, it was November.
I said it's all a blur.
Oh, it is all a blur, man. I ended up booking more than 50 calls off of that first JVology Live. I help people with webinars and stage presentations. I built live events pre-COVID, and then in COVID, we transitioned into helping people with webinars, helping people with their virtual presentations. From that JVology, booked 50 calls, ended up working with a lot of different people. We've now crossed total sales for my clients from those 50 meetings is over $500,000. And I myself have done over 6 figures in 4 months just through that. I have a challenge that is going on right now, which is why I was a couple minutes late to this, juggling a lot of balls. But I have a 5-day challenge with almost 500 people in it that was all launched because of JVology Live as well. So
yeah, that's really impressive, Steve. And well, one of the things I love about you is you come in, you take action. You're like, this is what I do. And you've implemented different things that Jay's taught. You've implemented different ideas. I mean, can we all agree that we've learned some things that we absolutely had no idea existed before coming into this community, whether they're from Jay or from somebody else in the community?
Well, the community has been awesome. I mean, I've been able to help a lot of people in the community get their messaging on point, but then in return, like it's a give society. I mean, Jay teaches that. I think that's probably the biggest thing, that he makes sure everybody in the community gives, like, lead with value, right? How can I help you guys? And then in return, that sets the tone, which is a lot different from some of the other groups that I've been involved in over the years, where it's just take. And like that gets old because I'm a giver. I think most people that are attracted to Jay, like giving, like helping other people. And that's why we're here.
Yeah, I do believe strongly from, being with Jay and JVology and Mastermind to Millions for so many years, that it's an attraction sort of thing. And so his strong grounding in personal development and the way that he does business life and everything else is consistent. And the people that are attracted to that come in, and the ones who get it stick around. And the one who are looking for the business card exchange type of networking, they don't get it, they don't stay, and that's fine. This is not for them. But I'd love to just kind of open the floor back up again, and just like in a idea or a sentence or two, share with us some experience that you've had from being around the group. I'll give you a different question, Lisa, because you're like, I'm too new to know what I'm doing. Maybe something that was unexpected, some unexpected perk, something you learned, something you tried, someone you met. Just, Dr. Sherry, can you think of, I totally put you on the spot, I should say, who wants to go first?
You know what? I'm good at raising my hand and going first. I think for me, as a newbie and things being, pretty fast paced, and I don't have all of my systems in place. And so it's a little daunting, but I'm going to go with the flow. I feel as though the old school way of utilizing the internet and maximizing its benefits has always been just sort of like information giving. And what JV has taught me, and what the big light bulb over my head has taught me, is that in order, I think, to be successful as a coach or an entrepreneur, it's not really about giving information. It's about collaboration and community. And so that's the big light bulb for me, that I think that the nature of how we're utilizing the digital world it has changed. And so for me, I think that's why I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, so I would definitely say that change is, we've all experienced more change over the last year than we care to shake a stick at. And so to be a part of a community that is, feeling leading edge, and we're there for each other, staying on that cusp of what's next, what are our ideas, how do we support each other, how do we keep moving forward? And that energy and that support is really here in the group, which I find awesome.
It is. And, for me, being in health and wellness and the esoteric sort of touchy-feely spiritual realm of things, there's a lot of love in JV. So I get to say that because of my background. Yeah, there's a lot of love here, and I love that. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's fabulous.
I agree. Great. Hey, Vince, do you want to share?
I would just say, to me, this just really seems and feels like the ultimate win-win. Actually, I would say win-win-win, right? Because, to grow your business, you got to get to cold traffic some kind of way, right? And so there's a couple of ways to get to your cold traffic. You either you publish a lot and have people find you, or you run advertisements in order to get the cold traffic, or you partner with someone and it's their warm traffic, right? And instead of giving money to Mark Zuckerberg, hoping you get conversions, you give no money out, you partner with someone, they expose you to their list. If they trust who you are and the product that you have, and they make a profit. That's a win. Their customers get the benefit of what you deliver. That's a win. And then you win because you're exposed to more people. I mean, to me, it is the ultimate win. And so I'm excited. I'm certainly looking forward to my first JVology Live. Krista, I thank you for inviting me to be on this panel. I'm happy and excited to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, we're happy to have you too. Marilyn, share a little, it could even be like a random, like, I wouldn't have met so-and-so, or I wouldn't have learned this tip or this marketing strategy, or, I like the little random comments too. Yep. Let's get you unmuted.
I muted myself. Okay. So I wouldn't have had my own coach. I have been a coach for a long time to other people, and we always talk about them. But I'm now, Jay's my coach. Oh my gosh, right? I made the investment, and it was, I had to really think about it, but it was so worth it, because having individual time with him has just helped me be more real with myself and figure out how to get to the next step. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I learned in one of the recent presentations that he did as a group, and I realized that there, like on this call, how many people are there that do things that I could do, but I don't want to. I get to focus on what makes me the happiest, which is really the individual coaching. So Vince, I mean, one of the first things I teach is that you got to take care of yourself first if you want to be an entrepreneur. So where is that? That's your body, right? So, we're going to talk, and everybody here can help me at some point, and I don't have to do it all. That's the message. And there's great people that I can get to know through this community that I can, start to work with. So.
I love that. That's really great. And the one-on-one coaching with Jay, and our mastery members and our blast off members, like, that's enormous. Every single time somebody gets off a call, I end up hearing about it. Like, it changed my business, it changed my life in my hour call. So I know that those are really, really powerful. Awesome, great. All right, who's up? Who haven't heard from Mark in a little bit?
Muted.
All right, I think I'm in. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, I got full screen. What's really like so important as an entrepreneur is just the realization that so many people hold the keys to unlock your business and taking it to the next level. So, I mean, it's just reiterating what we already heard, which is this should never be a solo journey. You should never feel alone. But really the power that, I can't even tell you the conversations I've had with members of this community, with Krista, with Jay, that like problems that I was facing in my business, they instantly had the key that unlocked it and took it to the next level. So that's kind of one of those things, is just recognizing you're not in this alone. And that, especially when Jay starts talking about upstream and downstream. So I won't get too far into upstream and downstream. It's just the recognition that not only do other people hold the keys to your business, but you may not realize you hold the keys to unlocking other people's businesses. So just to have this platform to like really provide that visibility is one of the most powerful things for the JVology community.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Steve.
So touching on that, I want to I've done very well with making income, but one of the really surprising things that has happened, 3 people that had my downstream people, touching on what Mark said, that I hadn't even thought about. I have a pretty decent sized email list. And when somebody provides value and you present them to your list and you provide your list with value, last month, I think I made an extra $1,500 just showed up from people who had bought things that I had promoted for other people. But it wasn't just a random email promotion, right? We all hate that when it's just like, here, buy this. This is somebody you should pay attention to. Instead, they came in and they provided value And through a couple emails and then through doing things with them, they provided value, which then in turn brought money back into my business, providing value. And I got thank you emails. Two of the people who ended up buying from those sent me thank you emails because it was what they had really needed. I think something Jay talks about that I didn't get at the beginning of my entrepreneur journey was I don't need to be the one to sell everything to my list. I can't solve all of their problems, and hoarding them and having a limited mindset really stops you from growing into the business that you could be and really serving people, because we serve our clients in one way, whereas other people in the community can serve them in another way. And by opening the door for that, you provide a service that goes two ways. That really, I kind of caught onto that a couple of years ago, but the community in JVology, I found people who really do serve very well. Like they lead with their heart. They make sure there is a ton of value there. And I got to vet them and I got to know them personally before ever presenting them to my list. The community has just been great because of that.
That really well said. Really well said. I appreciate that. Definitely. So Lisa, you are headed into your first JVology Live in a couple of weeks. Just to kind of get in, what is it that drew you into wanting to learn more about doing joint ventures?
Well, you talked a little bit about mastermind. So I recently, over the past few years, joined an entrepreneur mastermind called Baby Bathwater. And I got my first glimpse at the opportunity and business side of affiliate marketing. And coming from more of the internet marketing side, I've been a speaker at internet marketing conferences, for the past 10 or 12 years. Affiliates were never, it was always kind of like, I don't know, like a weird space. And I see it as more of the positive side of it, and the opportunity of having affiliate relationships. And so when I got the information about JVology, I thought, this is where I really need to be and take my business to the next level, because I personally am a connector, and I want to be able to go into more diverse businesses and be able to serve people that I can serve. That being in a one-to-one type of relationship in an agency, you don't get that. So I want to really expand my horizons and kind of like get out of the weeds of being just an agency owner, and be able to create the course that I created and help other people, bring light and shine light onto their businesses as well.
All right. Well, that's really great, and you're absolutely right. And this is the right space for that to grow. And I know some other people in Baby Bathwater Mastermind. Pretty cool. All right. Well, I know we could sit around and just talk all day long, because that's what we like to do. But being mindful of time, and this is kind of what I'd allocated. I want to thank everybody so much for showing up. I want to thank all of you for making the commitment to attend as a VIP to JVology Live. Another really cool feature as being a VIP is we have a directory that goes up with every JVology Live. That is it's the VIPP, the very important partner page. And there you'll have an individual video, your name, your links, so that you can go in, scroll the directory, be seen, and see who's there, and really helps you to be able to make connections with those that are what we call the movers and shakers here in JVology. So thanks everybody. Any closing words that you just want to share with us before we head on for the day?
I recommend people check it out. It's really worth it. Yeah, look at who you get to meet.
There's very few events out there that I see people come back to again and again and again, and there's a reason why people do it. So this is one of those that you want to get involved in this community. Sign up.
Awesome.
I would say if you've ever heard of the power of the Dream 100, right? A very powerful way of growing your business. I would call this opportunity the Dream 100 on steroids, because it is a system in order to get in front of people that can help you to grow your business.
Awesome. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I will be back
you.
on later this afternoon with another group of VIPs getting to share and connect, as well as Friday afternoon. So we've dropped the link to jvologylive.com. Check us out. If you know anybody here within the group or you want to meet them, you liked what you heard, leave a comment. And I'm sure that any one of our guests here will be happy to respond to you. And let's start making some great connections and see what's possible to grow your message. All right, everybody, thank you so much.
Thanks, Krista. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.